when Hashem says you're not allowed to spill blood, He wasn't just referring to murder. After the flood and Hashem destroyed the world, Hashem gave the mitzvot to Noach. In chapter 9, verse 6, it says, Shofech dam ha'adam ba'adam, damo yeshafech, ki b'tzelem Elohim asa ha'adam. Translation, whoever sheds the blood of a man, dam ha'adam, within a man, his blood will be spilled. Because in the image of God, He made man. Dam ha'adam ba'adam, damo yishafech. So, blood of a man, we understand it's blood. But what's the blood of a man within the man? If it was just blood of a man, he would just say blood of a man. Blood of a man within the man, we know it's the tamtzit. It's the syrup. Seed. When he spills blood, his blood will be spilled. This goes all the way back to Noach. Proof? Fast forward. Genesis. Parashat Vayeshev, chapter 38. The story was the first story I heard about Torah when I started doing Shuvah from Rav Ephraim. The story of Judah and Tamar. One of the areas that we learn about Mashiach, by the way. But originally, Judah and Tamar were not together. Originally, Tamar married one of Judah's sons. El was his firstborn. Vayi El Bechor Yehuda Ra Be'enei Adonai Vayimitehu Adonai. But Judah's first son, was evil in the eye of Hashem, and Hashem caused him to die. Next verse. ויאמר יהודה לעונן בוא אל אשת אחיך ויבם אותם והקם זרע לאחיך וידע עונן כי לא יהיה הזרע והיה אם בא אל אשת אחיו ושיחת ארצה לבלתי נתן זרע לאחיו וירא בעיני אדוני אשר עשה וימת גם אותו. Then Judah said to Onan, consort with your brother's wife. Onan was his second son. Marry your brother's wife because there was no kids. It's actually a mitzvah. And enter into a levirate marriage with her. And establish offspring for your brother. But Onan knew that the seed would not be his. Meaning that the son would not be his. He considered his brothers. So whenever he would consort with his brother's wife, he would let it go to waste on the ground, aka bathroom, so as not to provide offspring for his brother. What he did was evil in the eyes of Hashem, and he caused him to die also. Chazal says that El appreciated the beauty of Tamar so much that he didn't want to ruin her beauty by having her get pregnant. He says, no, so for you, I'm just going to keep you pretty, but I'm just going to be with you. So you waste seed outside of her body. I don't want to have kids, like today's generation. No, I only have one kid already. It's enough. We can't afford a second kid. Hashem ran out of money. No, we have 2 kids and we got a dog. We can't. Maybe we're considering a cat also. Kid? No, we can't afford a kid with the yeshiva prices today. Huh?
A nuclear family.
No. So wasted seed. As Hashem told Noach, not allowed to waste seed. In that generation, it wasn't too difficult to know that Hashem existed. Hashem killed him. Onan didn't want to have kids with Tamar because it wouldn't be considered his kid. Says, what do I do it for? I want to keep her pretty also. She's a very beautiful woman. I don't want to ruin her body. I want it to look like she's 20 forever. Okay. Enjoy. Hashem killed him also. This is also a source of why Goyim are also not allowed to waste seed. Because at this point we don't have Judaism. Noach, 12 tribes, they're not considered Jewish. They're Bnei Noach. Judaism was born in Mount Sinai. So here we have ourselves some Torah sources of why wasting seed is a problem. But what else does Chazal say? As we mentioned before, each time someone makes a sin, they create a demon. Chazal says, human fluids especially provide substance for demonic forces. It is for this reason that many satanic rituals require semen or blood. Most people that are crazy enough to worship the Satan, usually they have to spill blood or semen for it. Why? Because those things, this spilling seed creates them. Now, you also tend to see that people that waste seed have a tough time learning. Here's a source. Part of the seminal fluid comes from the brain. This is sent down the spine. When a person spills seed, he is wasting away part of his brain. This lowers the function of the brain, especially memory. You can learn the Gemara 8,000 times, you're still not going to remember it. Just like Rav Avraham Stern said, the more seed you use, the softer your body becomes. And some of his patients, the zva, the disgusting nature that they got to, after wasting seed in some cases for only 6 months, doing it 4 or 5 times a day for 6 months, literally made them, yeah, I know it's crazy, but to a teenager it doesn't seem like a crazy thing. Doing it a few times a day for 6 months doesn't seem like a long time. The person completely became crippled, eventually being found on the floor with blood coming out of every hole of his body. In another case, a person that was wasting seed for about 2 years, only twice a day, for about 2 years, according to a different doctor, this is not even Dr. Stern, it's just in that book, Dr. Zimmerman, said that he came to him completely in pain, suffering, unknown pain. The doctor understood that this is from wasting seed. He forced him to stop and he watched him he overseed him. He healed after several months. Got strong again. Young 18-year-old boy. Went back to it. 6 months later he was dead. His brain dried up. The cases get worse and worse. In many cases, the people were much crippled and had different types of disgusting fluids coming out of their body. In some cases, even lost control of their own seed, or even if they wanted to stop, they couldn't. It just comes out. This is scientific, not religious yet. A person's emotions are thrown totally out of balance. People who are pogema brit often have a hard time controlling their temper. They're also subject of sadness and depression and lose their self-confidence. Anyone that wasted seed, this is like looking in the mirror. People who are pogema brit are also always tired and need more sleep. More often than not, they have bad body odor and breath. They also, according to the Rambam, they bald prematurely. Their hair growth starts in strange places, and their body becomes very weak. Where when you were 18 years old, strong, you're supposed to be able to lift a building. The guy could barely make it to the store. Someone who's a pogem brit loses almost all of his ability to perceive kedusha. One also loses his desire to study Torah and do mitzvot. If you still have a desire to do mitzvot, it means it's Baruch Hashem. Hashem has a lot of mercy on you, but you have to stop immediately. The souls brought down through the person's sins are also considered his kids. After a person dies, these souls come to take revenge against their father, causing him many problems. In addition, they also come after his physical children to try to harm them. This is the reason why when someone dies, they're not allowed, the children are not allowed in Jerusalem, they're not allowed to go to the funeral. Because if he ever wasted seed, those demons that he created could actually kill his children on the spot. There's actually an halacha against it. In the Likutei Torah, Likutei 1 Torah 23, one who has rectified his brit, it is impossible for him to fall into the desire of money. If you do tshuva for pgam brit, you have a promise from Shamayim you won't fall for money. Meaning that you'll be able, even if you have a lot of money, you'll be able to control yourself. It's a very big upside. Because money, and I can tell you from my own personal story, very big test. It's a very, very big test.